Thursday, May 7th. This is week 2. Week 6, video 2 for this week. You'll need your blank melodic notation paper. It's the same page that you needed on Monday for your Monday video. And we are going to really quickly breeze through a rhythm reading. Feel free to pause this video right here, see if you could label this on your own. And I'm going to go ahead and speak through it with you and then add the labels next. So pause. And assuming that you're ready, I'll count you in and give these answers. Hopefully you're speaking this along with me. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, and 4. 1, 3, and that's it. Let's add these. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 3, and. That was so fast. That's it. It's that quick. This is what you need your paper for today. We are going to be doing a melodic notation. It's 2 measures long. And what I've done is I've given you the rhythms already, so that when you hear me say the solfege of the melody, you can write it below. So for your paper, I suggest that you choose a line that you want to work on, and then right above that line, go ahead and give yourself your bar lines and write in your rhythm, just kind of hovering over the top, like somewhere like where the title is right here. All right. So we have 2 quarter notes in a row, an 8th note pair, and a quarter note. And then the second measure is entirely 2 half notes. So your rhythms would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 3. Our melody is going to start on Do, because it always starts on Do. And so we are in the key of C. And that means that we're going to have to end up writing our melody starting right here. Now that's all I'm going to give away for now. Your job is to make sure you have your rhythms written above your 5 lines, not on them, because you don't want to write them all on Do and then have to erase them and move them. Underneath your notes of your rhythms, go ahead and write the solfege when you hear me singing it. I'm going to sing it and we'll talk about it. 1, 2, ready, and write. Do, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, do. Let's hear the solfege again. Do, sol. Our 8th note pair is the fa, mi, and this measure ends on the re. I'll sing this measure again. Ready? Measure 1 was Do, sol, fa, mi, re. That leaves measure 2. After the re, we went back up to mi, and we ended on Do. Please pause here. The hardest part is getting this written in the perfect place, but you can do it. You know where so lives. You have your solfege. You can do it. Go ahead and write this melody accurately on your 5 lines, please. Pause. All right, let's see your answer now that you have it written down. If Do is here, and Re is here, Mi is here, Fa is here, this is the correct placement for So. Beat 2 should be right here. It is the 2nd line from the bottom. Let's label it. So far we have Do, So. Time for the 8th note pair on Fa, Mi. On the lowest space is fa, and on the lowest line is mi. Fa, mi. Time for a quarter note on re. If mi is on the lowest line and we're going down to re, it sits right below that lowest line. Re. Measure 2. We went back up from re to mi. We've already written the pitch mi. We want to make sure that it matches for our half note that we expect. Half note, add the labels. Mi. And we ended on a half note on do. So we want to turn this not into mi, not into re, into do. That means that it has to have this little ledger line going through it. It has to be cut in half by that tiny little line fragment, that little line segment that makes it do. Without it, it's going to look like re, and that's not right. Make sure it's all the way down here with the line through it. If you need to watch this portion again, please watch this portion again. Let's sing it, and we'll be moving on. Do, so, fa, mi, re, mi, do. All right. So if you heard the solfege and you already had been given the rhythms, you can piece it all together. It's a matter of knowing how far up the solfege syllables should live. So here's your paper for that. Go back if you have not yet completed that melodic notation. The last thing I want to do today is to review the difference between your scale and your chords. Your scale is something that you can sing because there's only one pitch happening at a time. Your scale is when we sing solfege from low to high. So we start on do and we sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And we could sing it down too. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Kind of breaks your brain a little bit, but it's doable. Now if you were playing your scale on the piano keyboard, you'd need these keys they're blue in this picture, but you'd only need to play one at a time. So you could use just your pointer finger if you wanted. You just plunk, 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 and just move your finger all the way up until you're done with your scale. So this is your scale. In contrast, your chords have more than one note happening. Your chords are when we have a skip and a skip. You would need 3 fingers to play all 3 notes that fit into your chord. So if you were at the piano, you'd have to not play with your pointer finger, and you'd have to not play with your ring finger, and then you'd have the perfect chord shape. So our 1 chord starts on C, which is do. Then we have our 2 chord on re, our 3 chord on mi, our 4 chord on fa, our 5 chord on so, our 6 chord on la, our 7 chord on ti, and our 1 chord again on do. This picture shows it with your musical alphabet. So you use the letter C, skip the letter D, use the letter E, skip the letter F, use the letter G. We can use alphabet and solfege for this skill. Make sure that you know which one you're being asked for, because now that we have scales, da 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 da, and chords, which sound like this, it may become up to you to know which one it is that you're asked to draw or write on an assignment. That ends our review for today. This is bringing us into, wow, the end of Thursday, May 7th. And so you only have one more video left. You're almost at the weekend. You can do it. Bye!